So today's topic is looking at behavior management for teenagers. And we've already had a really good conversation about some of the boundaries that you've put in place for your daughter. So what are some of the things that in the past have made it difficult for you to set boundaries or to have clear rules for her?
I would say I think I used to fear that she probably won't like me and think, oh, mom is too strict. So I would sort of want to do things to please her or make my decisions be in her favor.
Right.
But somehow I reset, my thinking, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not your friend. I'm your mother. So what I say has to go, has to stand. But looking back again, I would say that reset was because I realized that at the end of the day, it's for her good.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I need to put those boundaries in place. I need to ensure that even though the decisions look like, they don't favor her, it's at the end of the day, it's going to be for her good. And she always comes off, I'm upset, I'm angry, mom, you don't understand, but you know what, I don't care, so to speak, because I'm doing you a good service. It's going to all turn out for your good at the end.
At the end,
Yes.
yeah, and that's really good that you aren't afraid to be firm.
Yes.
And I would obviously take this opportunity to emphasize the need to find that balance between firmness, clear rules, clear consequences.
Yes.
And as your daughter moves from being a young baby or young child to a young adult that in 3 years' time will be going to university, right? And
Yes.
will be leaving your home.
Yes.
So we want a scenario where you're now starting to train her to have her own internal boundaries, where she's making decisions and choices, not because mom said, or oh, I'm scared of my mom, but because she knows it's good for her or it's bad for her. So I really love that. I love that you take time to explain to her, even as you say it's the rule, you're explaining to her it is the rule because this and this is good for you, whereas this and this isn't good for you. And I love that even in the Bible, God himself takes time to explain to us, choose this and it will lead to life.
Exactly.
Choose this and it will lead to death. So we as parents need to emulate that. We need to do the same for our children. Yeah. How about things like, are there things which maybe you find make you to be reluctant in increasing her freedom? So do you feel the need to always be in control, or maybe you're afraid that they'll make mistakes, or maybe you're not sure about their own preferences and you prefer that they did what you want? Are you worried about what other adults think about you and your daughter, or maybe you just don't think she's not responsible enough? Is there anything that slowed you in increasing her freedom?
I would say, of course, the fear of making mistakes. That's one big fear. But if at the very beginning you have always, said to your child, like you just said earlier, there are consequences for every action. You do this, this is what it will lead to. You don't do this, it will lead to this. So having that right foundation from the very beginning can actually help you to give a bit of freedom and reduce that fear, because even when they make mistakes, they would learn from it and say, okay, so this worked out this way because I chose this path.
Absolutely.
So next time I will do it that way. Typical example, I remember saying to my daughter a few months ago, and I said to her, she was going to go make her hair at her aunt's, and I said to her, you need to get up early and do your chores, then go and get your hair done.
Right.
And she said, oh, she's got enough time, she's got that. And the plan was, if I go early and start my hair early, her aunt was going to bring her back home.
Right.
But she didn't get there early, so that deal was off. She had to